Hi, so have you ever noticed that you're watching a twin flame reading, right? And the reader says that the divine masculine is coming home tomorrow, reaching out to you tomorrow, or in the next portal. So you watch that and you get all hopeful, and then tomorrow comes and your divine masculine is nowhere to be found. Or if you're divine masculine, maybe you're divine feminine, right? It can happen either way. And maybe the next portal comes up and your twin flame is nowhere to be found. Right. So, have you ever wondered why that happens? So, there's a very simple explanation for that, and I'll get to it in a moment. But first, I wanted to address something that I've seen quite a lot in the twin flame community, and that it's a lot of people seem to think that you come into union by chance, or just because you were lucky, or the stars aligned, or maybe the portal was just right and you jumped in and boom, you're in union, right? And you really don't have to do anything. Especially this was sparked after I wrote a comment to someone and then they responded by, no, no, surrender doesn't mean the thing you said it means. It's actually not doing anything to come into union. It's like, how is that not giving up on your twin flame journey? Like, you're literally doing nothing, so you're receiving nothing. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. And many of you may be familiar with investment, right? Or the very basics. I'm not going to get technical. So, in an investment, you put something in, let's say money, you buy a stock, right? And what happens is that it's supposed to multiply your money or whatever you've invested. And yeah, the purpose of this is profit, usually financial. But the twin flame journey is an energetic investment. So, you put in energy, and this energy is returned to you multiplied. That's how it's supposed to happen, right? So, very simplified. So, what I mean by a real world example is that let's say you and your twin flame, like they've blocked you on all social media. And your energetic investment here is, of course, which is divinely guided, is to you for you to heal separation at the core. You do the mirror exercise every day about it. Maybe not every day, but every time you feel upset about it, or every time you have an upset in your external reality. So you're putting in your spiritual energy here into healing so much. And eventually, the return of that is your twin flame union, which, of course, is a big energy. You don't just receive it by doing nothing, or, yeah, I just did the mirror exercise 2 times and here I am. Ta da! It takes a while. And yeah, I can give you an approximate timeline. Most people I know in my spiritual community have reached their union in less than 5 years ever since they entered and they dedicated themselves. So I'm talking about people that are dedicating themselves, and not everybody has the same timeline, of course. Some people, they might be more resistant to it at first, so it takes them longer. Some people might still not have the money to receive support. I was one of those people. I didn't receive coaching immediately. I had to do something about it, right? I had to manifest the finances. I had to take care of that first. So that was a big portion of my journey, figuring out that. Some other people might need to, heal their trauma first and, maybe going through multiple rounds of the mind alignment process to, get that stuff out of the way so they can manifest their union or be open enough to receive support because maybe they were hurt before in that place. So, yeah, there's like everybody's timeline is unique, but that's a general trend I've noticed. Just throwing it out there. If you do the work, you get results and you get them very soon. Some people are like, oh, you might not be with your twin flame in this lifetime. Well, what influences that? Has nobody ever noticed that and questioned that? Right? It's like, yeah, somebody says that you may be with your twin flame or not, but yeah, what influences that? Does God maybe, sit up there and be like, you can be in your union, you're fine, but I don't like you. You don't get to be with your twin flame. Or is it, I don't know, is it the stars? They're like, F you in particular, you can't have your twin flame. It's always been really weird to me to hear that. Like, maybe you are, maybe you aren't meant to be with your twin flame. Like, who influences that? And then, I grew into my journey and my spirituality, and I came into my own union. So yeah, if you're new here, hi, now you know this about me. I am a twin flame in union, so that's also another layer of expertise that I'm bringing here. So yeah, the thing is, I didn't sit on my ass and do nothing. for those years, I actually had to work through a false twin flame experience, which was a few years long actually. And I was very resistant to letting that person go. But it still helped me with my healing. I do not consider it a waste of time. And if you had a false twin flame, that's fine. You know, it was what it was. You don't have to beat yourself up over it. It's actually a really good shortcut the divine gives us here, because it's like, yeah, here is that person that can help you heal all your blocks to union. And you don't have to be like in super intense mode because being around your twin flame while you're pretty much unhealed, it can be very intense. And you can be pretty much unhealed even after years of spiritual work, right? Not everybody who does spiritual work and inner work does it genuinely. There are some people that don't really do it genuinely. I've seen that. I've been an ascension coach for up to 3 years now, around that. Yeah, and I've had quite a lot of clients around this time, and yeah, some of them, they've seen results because they go all in, they dedicate themselves to it, they like, you know what, we're healing this, I'm done, I want to be with my twin flame. So those people, I've noticed a common thread. Next day, next week, they send me a message like, hey, I wanted to tell you something, so remember when I said my twin flame had me blocked the last 5 years? Yeah, they sent me a message after our session yesterday. Nice. Or, yeah, things like that. Like, hey, the person I thought was my twin flame is nowhere to be found, but this new person is coming into my reality and they are quite interesting. So, yeah, long story short, it's revealed that they're twin flames. The story goes on, right? So, yeah, there's things like that. And then there's people that really aren't willing to do their spiritual work. So that's why you see a lot of people being like, but I'm healing, where is my twin flame? And yeah, like, are you really? Because I've seen that type of person as well, where they'll just heal whatever it is during the session, but then the rest of the week they come back to the same choices. So it's like the session never happened. So yeah. And yeah, you can very easily guess which category of people I've seen getting good results on this journey. Right? Because, you know, the more dedicated you are, the more you get your results, right? So that's what happens. And I don't think that's a secret exactly, or a secret hack of how you can get into union. It does take a lot of work. And it's not bad work, it's not unpleasant work, but it's still work, and luck has nothing to do with it. Yeah, of course, there are things you can do, which is do your inner work whenever you feel called to, love yourself, take care of yourself. But yeah, you can't control everything else. So all these other factors are up to God, the divine, your creator, to care about and to align those. But these are not up to luck either. It has to do with your vibration. And if your vibration matches twin flame union, then immediately you're going to attract it. And yeah, as a bonus tip for some of you who are like, yeah, I've healed a lot of things, where is my twin flame? I would make sure that I'm not resisting any divine guidance also, because that's what happened with me. I had this period where I was very frustrated because of that, and in retrospect, I can tell that I was really resisting God's next steps for me. I wasn't willing to do it, I was really scared. So yeah, it took me an extra month or something of me being in that fear that I didn't want to work through, and I was resisting. So yeah, that's a hot tip for you that you might not already know. So yeah, that was all I had for today's video. Hope you found it insightful. So if you would like some extra tips on how you can get into your twin flame union, I have made a video that I will have up here. It's very good, very detailed, so I'm sure that if you're not applying those tips, as soon as you apply them, you'll figure out that, hey, that is working, so you can keep going in that direction. And they're tried and trusted. I have applied them on myself, my clients, they work. If you would like personalized support, then feel free to request a 15-minute consultation with me. They're free and they're very good, so highly recommend that to get some of your next steps, so we can maybe discuss your journey and all that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.